Hi, I'm Lori, and I worked with my team 1Password to create One Secret. It's a tool making it easy to share private information. And just for some context, 1Password is an enterprise password manager, and our challenge given to us was to integrate their exciting new beta API technology for an innovative new use. Okay, so have you ever felt anxious after sending important information for a temporary use? I know I definitely have, especially since most of our interactions have become more digital. So this happens very often, such as in a business setting where you want to share access tokens or company passwords with contractors or partners, or even as an individual, like sending a Netflix password to your friend or a door code with a guest. But in both these instances, you wouldn't want the other person to have the password forever. So our solution is One Secret is a web app that lets you share temporary secret links for passwords and sensitive information. You can think about it like Snapchat for secrets. So essentially, you send a password or link, and after a certain amount of time, it disappears. And I'll pass it off to Jay to explain this.
Yeah, so just to give some background on like the tech stack that we use to approach and solve this problem. So the front end was done using React. So this is essentially what the user would see when they visit the application, when they are selecting the security settings and the progress bar, etc. The other aspects. The backend was done using Python and Tornado. So the backend is the thing that's doing most of the heavy lifting and actually talking to the 1Password API. So as we mentioned earlier, we wanted to integrate this app with 1Password. So we made the backend talk exclusively to the 1Password API and store like all of the items and all of the validation attributes there. So the workflow is kind of shown on this slide here of what a user would see, but like that's too much information. So I'm just gonna do a quick demo to show the actual workflow instead. Do you want to stop sharing your screen? Okay, thank you. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so this is kind of what the interface looks like. So this is what the user would see when they come into One Secret and they want to share a password. So what they would do is they would essentially go into the 1Password app, choose from, so you can choose from any of the vaults or secrets that you have. For example, I want to choose this particular password that I want to share. So the cool part here is that what you need to do is you don't necessarily need to copy the actual password, username, and stuff like that. Because it's integrated with 1Password, what I can do is I can just copy the link, which creates a shareable link that is not available for everyone, but available for certain users or certain tokens. So you would paste this link here. You would select how much time you want this public link to be valid for. So let's just select 15 minutes here. I would just click generate link and it would generate the link here for this link that's created here doesn't have anything to do with 1Password. It's a shareable link that people can actually use. So I would just copy the link here. As a receiver, I would go into like a new tab, or I would receive the link. I would go to the URL link that we have, and then I would have what note I received the link for, who was sending me the link, as well as the important information like the password here. The progress bar and stuff is all rendered on the front end, but the actual data and stuff is all validated on the back end. So as soon as the timer runs out, we actually delete it from the 1Password so it doesn't like clamp up 1Password as well. And there is no way for a user to be able to access the link once it has expired. So once a link expires, it will kind of just show it will kind of, sorry, yeah, I don't want to wait for 13 minutes. But yeah, it will just kind of show like an expiry page saying that, hey, like this link has expired and you probably want to talk to the person that generated it and grab a new link. Yeah, so with that being said, I'll pass it back to the designers.
Cool. So yeah, and in terms of future work, if we had more time on this project, there were definitely a few things we had to work on. First thing was just adding another level of control to the secrets. So letting senders limit like where a user can access a password by their location or IP address. Something else was two-factor authentication. So just to have that, extra layer of security. A third thing was a feature on the front end. So something nice for the users would have been multiple link management. If they're sending multiple items, we want to let them like simultaneously see all the items that they've shared when each link is going to expire and update or refresh them accordingly. And the last thing is file sharing. So right now we only support sharing of passwords, but ideally we could extend the use case to support item sharing like files and images. And yeah, just to finish off with a final pitch, ultimately we want to create a product that allowed users to really just easily share sensitive information with confidence, knowing that their passwords are both safe and secure and that they're not going to be like free floating around the internet. And that's the end of our pitch. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We just wanted to end off with a shout out to our team, our front end rock stars, Lainey, Michelle, and Raymond, our genius back end devs, Jay, Chris, and Kevin, and my partner in crime, Lori. And also a huge thank you to our mentors, Connor, Patricia, and Jillian. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and just supporting us and inspiring us along the way. And yeah, that's all for us.